Right, welcome back to Crypto Front. We want to be taking a look at the JASMY price at once again because really this thing is looking so good, right? And I mean, yesterday I was making a video and I was saying that, you know what, I'm really trying to see if there are any sorts of, weaknesses that we can see on the price chart since we are on this resistance line here. But at the end of the video, I was concluding that, you know what, guys, I just tried myself honestly, but I can't find anything that is showing that JASMY has got weaknesses. In fact, it's actually looking very much strong. So we were looking at a couple of indicators by there, and yeah, that analysis was right that JASMY is very much strong. So today there are a few things to celebrate here. As you can see that we have actually broken above a major resistance that you see right here, which was previous support and had been turned into a resistance. Just got rejected once, and the second attempt, man, JASMY is actually kicking. You know what? But for now, okay, what now can we anticipate from the JASMY prices since we have actually shaken off a potential Binance delisting that was just a huge cloud hanging on the JASMY price? And I've said over the last 2 weeks that if that thing is no longer there, JASMY is going to just run. On the flip side, had it been delisted, that wasn't going to be looking too good here for JASMY. So for now, I think we are just, beginning to string in some wins and some lucky in the price chart, and we'll see how far this whole thing actually takes us. So before we start, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm in understanding that, yes, CF just want to go straight to the point. And of course, you know what happens? The video becomes short. YouTube algorithm doesn't actually favor shorter version of videos. And let's go ahead and make noise for the algorithm. By the way, there are going to be a lot of, scam comments in the chat box by there. I don't want anybody to be taken advantage of those scam comments talking about wallet addresses with USDT or maybe trading groups which are outside of my own trading group, which you can find the link in the description. And the only way you can join that trading group, by the way, is via Patreon, and there's a link right there. Then you directly come to our Discord group. You know what, I'm actually running my mouth too much here. Let's get into the price action, and we're seeing here on a daily time frame that yes, resistance has been broken. I think we've already confirmed that. The other thing that we have actually been talking about every single day when we make JASMY videos, the 50 daily moving average. And if you're a regular on this channel, I'm sure that at this point you're like, okay, here we go again, we're going to be talking about the 50 daily moving average. But really, this has actually been the thing that has made us some money here for JASMY. Of course, you know that I just don't want to be talking about those things. I literally put my money where my mouth is, and I'll show you a trade later on which is actually whipping in massive profits here from JASMY. But bottom line here is that if you are above the 50 daily moving average here for JASMY, that's actually looking safe. That's exactly what we are doing right at this point. And the most natural thing is to expect the price to push towards the upside. Now, one indicator is not enough. We want to be looking at other indicators to try and see if we've got any more confluence. Right, what has been happening with JASMY is that it really actually gets into gear if you see the RSI getting into this overbought territory, meaning we're looking at the daily RSI above 70 right there. We haven't actually gotten there, which is telling me that, you know what, we still have got more juice here for JASMY. And yeah, I know a lot of people will be calling for rejections and stuff like that. I think even if we're going to get a rejection very soon for JASMY, it's not going to be something that is major, because we also have got this support level still right there for JASMY. And if things even actually get worse, I think still we're looking at the 50 daily moving average, which right now, of course, is a little bit low into the 1.4, 1.3 cents thereabout. Is going to be, not too good. But I think that still, as our thesis goes, I think we can have something like this here, and still the price will be pushing towards the upside. So overly, I'm bullish here for JASMY. Now, the next question is that how high can we actually get with something like this here for JASMY? Let me actually go ahead and show you something that is very, very conservative, and I'll show you exactly why I'm going to be going for something that is conservative here for JASMY. So we're looking at the rejection that we got here by around 6 cents for JASMY until the very much bottom that we had right there. Now you can see that we are approaching our first Fibonacci retracement level, which is at 2 cents here for JASMY. That is great, but I just don't believe that with the momentum that we are seeing right across the board, and if the Bitcoin price still remains healthy and stuff like that, JASMY is just going to be stopping at 2 cents. I think actually we're going to get into high retracement level. So we'll be looking from this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is like 3.4 cents for JASMY, and 3.9 cents, basically 4 cents. So this region between the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level is usually a magnet kind of a retracement level, where the charts, after falling so hard, just has to find a way back to these levels. One reason for this is that, traders usually don't sell the top, right? They wait for the price to crash very much strongly, then they want to sell into the retracement. So if the price gets to something like 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, which is at 4 cents, basically between 3.4 cents and 4 cents, I think that there are going to be a lot of people trying to sell the price right there. Now, obviously, if you manage to beat that sell pressure we're looking at even higher price targets. Now we'll be anticipating even as high something like 9 cents here for JASMY, but I think it's too early to just go ahead and start talking about those things for now. I think the most conservative thing for now is to anticipate at least a retracement. But then we're going to be making a decision once we get to 4 cents and try to see the chart once again. Really, can we break into a new all-time high? Because for now, I mean, what use does it here for us to say, okay, we're going to be getting into 20 cents, we're going to be getting into 50 cents a dollar? We're way under that. We really have to beat the massive sell pressure that is likely going to be there at 4 cents here for JASMY. So for now, my conclusion is that JASMY has got more steam, right? Especially if we look at that RSI. And yeah, the moment that we see the RSI getting into the 70 mark, man, we're going to be having a parabolic run here for JASMY. If you also take a look at the Bitcoin price, that is also the exact same spot where the Bitcoin price is, you know, getting very much close to that 70 mark. If it just gets in there, we're 71, 72 on the daily RSIs. This actually in the past has been a good area for the Bitcoin price to do something that is special here. So as we know, JASMY is actually moving very much in tandem with Bitcoin, and I showed you this yesterday, which you can see very much clearly. We've got the Bitcoin price here on top, and as you can see, JASMY in this blue color here is very much moving pretty much the same way as the Bitcoin price right there. So the things are looking safe. Of course, as you know, we just don't want to be talking about those things. Again, we want to be putting our money where our mouth is, and when we're seeing that the JASMY price was being supported once again by that 50-day moving average, taking a trade. Initially it was a 3x, then of course when confidence actually built in, I went on to scale up the trade to a 10x, and at some point today we're ripping up something like 330%. So even in the worst case scenario, if you're in a 3x leverage in this trade, you would have gotten something like 115% or 110%, whatever the case may be. The calculation may be wrong right there, but the bottom line is that JASMY is cooking, and of course we're also making a lot of money in our trading group. Token is actually one that we closed, I think, on Tuesday. That was early in the week, 400%. This is so far our biggest hit of the week. Then of course there was GPS, which is 326%. I think JASMY has actually managed to surpass that, so that is fantastic as well. I'm sharing all these trades and the strategy behind them in our Discord group, which you can join via Patreon. Of course, if you are actually serious, because we only have got 7 slots left. So if you're not serious about trading, don't even bother, because you're going to end up taking somebody's spot, and that's not going to be too good. Of course, if you feel like you don't have enough information about trading, there is a free course for you if you happen to be a Patreon member, which has up to 42 videos, and you can also leverage that one to learn. And then of course, anything that you don't understand, DM, call, everything is available once again as part of the Patreon membership. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you could please kindly tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family. I will see you on the next one.